Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Tyrian 2000. When last we left off, things went from bad to worse to, oh my, could things possibly get any worse? And the answer is yes, because we're going to Ix-McCain. We need to get as much information about the Microsol fleet as we possibly can, and that involves fighting potentially indestructible saw blades, like those ones there, and bits of rock. Some of them can be destroyed, the ones with less blades. The ones with loads of them cannot be destroyed, and you need to avoid them as best you can. There are also ships that will try and lay mines. We need to be very careful of them. As you can see, our weapons are not doing as well as they used to. Also, the afterburners were activated, not so great. And these are just firing extremely devastating shots, and our armour not doing so well. And there are those giant rocks that Reed warned us about that could be fired in our direction, using the gravatium, the MacGuffium, the thing that's making Microsol so devastatingly powerful. Aha! A moving rock thing. That's okay, we can blow that up, and we can also blow you up as well. And be careful of you, because you'll move, and there's two of you, and we probably can't blow up either of you, so we're going to avoid you. Sometimes dodging is better than trying to fight, and in this instance, definitely the case. Get rid of you, we can blow up that one, only just, however. We'll get rid of that building, and we'll grab that space fruit, because of course we want space fruit. Space fruit means space points, and we can buy things with space points after all. Careful, we'll get rid of these as well. Everything that we blow up is likely that little bit less that Gencore and the Asteroid City forces are going to have to fight. That said, we're probably going to have to do all the fighting for them, because we are Trent Hawkins, and we are one of the only active elements in this story trying to actually stop Microsol, at least that you can see. I imagine that Gencore and Reed are doing things as well, but you never actually see the culmination of what they're doing. And this is a giant rock foe. Occasionally it will open up and try to shoot us, and doesn't really do much else. Because it's the first foe, or one of the first foes in episode 3, it is quite easy. We got one cube, from Vicramod again. So, you think you can outsmart a corporation whose size you cannot even possibly imagine? You are the biggest fool I've ever seen. Turn back now while you have the chance. You will never find the fleet's secret base, and soon we will emerge and crush you into pulp if you remain here. Leave now. Are they that confident? Or are they afraid? They might be afraid. Also, we can buy the Maelstrom if we wanted it. We do not want it. We also don't want anything here, or here, or here. Not surprisingly, we don't want anything there either. I think we're good for equipment. We are no more powerful in this next mission than we were last time, but we'll probably be okay. Also, we need only about 7,000 more to be able to upgrade the heavy guided bombs. We're going to save, and then we're going to move to the next level, because we need to, and we need to do these levels quite quickly if we're going to save the sector. But first, bonus level! Aha! A rear weapon power-up. We want that, that's just saved us a lot of money. We'll just grab all of these. This, I think, is quite a dangerous level, mainly because of all of them. Fortunately, we got the really good power-up there. Also, 1,000. And another 1,000. Even better. We need to get rid of all of you as quickly as we can. Aha! A power-up, the Ice Beam. It's not a very good one. If we start shooting, we can fire the Ice Beam, which freezes people. Also, another rear weapon power-up. Even better. This is turning out to be quite a lucrative bonus level, the most lucrative of all of them. And there is a better one, the Flare, that makes lots and lots of explosions. Oh my, that is an even better weapon power-up. It takes a long time to charge, though, but it makes tons of explosions. We need to be very careful. Oh, here comes the tricky part. The very tricky part is we need to very deftly dodge here. Very deftly. We're not going to dodge very well at all, are we? Fortunately, that does help us a little bit. But we failed. That's okay, it's only a bonus level, which means that we can now move on with all of the stuff that we got, including the first ship power that we're going to be sticking with. Okay, ship type, we could get the Microsol Stalker, we don't need that. We don't need anything here. The rear weapon is completely powered up. It is as good as it will ever get. We also could get the Starburst if we want to. We could upgrade it an awful lot, which means that we would just fire tons of things. We're not going to. We're going to stick with the heavy guarded bombs. Also, we could potentially get a better shield soon, but not just yet. We don't want to upgrade anything right now. We want to save, because that was a really, really lucrative bonus level. And the first time we've died, but it doesn't count on a bonus level. So we're heading to an unknown location, the Stargate. And lots of explosions! Space explosions! That is a really good power-up. I just like the fact that Trent Hawkins' ship has a blow everything up mode. Also, 5,000 points from that there. Two things that are 5,000 points. This is the Stargate that we're hopefully going to be using to travel a vast distance. Fast enough maybe that we can get to where we need to be just in time to save the day? Maybe. But either way, we need some more explosions. And some data. We can always do with more data. And more money. What are we going to use the money for? Probably to get a few upgrades later on. Better shield, a better ship at some point. There are better ships that you can buy. Is there a secret level that we can get access to from here? Probably. Do I know how to get it? Probably not. Also, Stargates have tons of bubbles in them. And data. I like getting... Ooh, which one do we want? That one, why not? We'll go to that secret level. Seems good to me. Don't know if there's a difference between any of them, but we'll grab that secret level and go there. Maybe we'll be able to get an even better spaceship. We're grabbing lots of space diamonds, which is good. And these will just fall. We do have a lot of firepower. You may be wondering why I haven't upgraded from the starting front weapon. There's one weapon in particular I am looking for, and hopefully I'll get a chance to get it. I really want one particular thing. It's my favourite weapon in the entire game. And hopefully I'll get it. Explosions! Haha! Also, I've no idea why the first time I did it there was a huge amount of mines exploding around as well. Maybe that's a different power that I very briefly had, but either way, we're doing fine. This level's not that difficult if memory serves. We're pretty much near the end of it. We're going faster. Here's the boss. It's a bunch of floaty orbs that fire electricity, and they're really not that dangerous. They don't even have a health bar. Going to the secret level. Let's read these data cubes. One from an unknown person, and one from an unknown person. We see that you are not a part of the hideous mass that threatens the sector, but it is not safe for you to be here. You must go to Kaminis, the ice world, where we can supply you with weapons that can utterly destroy the fleet of Microsol. We cannot emerge into the sector with our race, because Microsol has closed the Stargate now. It is up to you now, human. For the life of millions, you must stop that fleet. And the unknown message. The perils of space fruit? What in the universe is all this fruit doing flying around in outer space? That's a good question. I've been very curious. It has long been the practice of ship captains to destroy other ships and collect their protected food stores as a trophy, since most other matter is generally incinerated. So why did we do it? What makes some sentient life so insensible to pain and suffering that we think picking up our victim's last meal is some sort of great feat of skill? It may seem humorous to you, gentle readers, to see flying mugs of ale, spinning oranges and hurtling strawberries, but I see the remains of the dead, the unfortunate souls whose lives were lost without the benefit of scarfing down that last bit of replicated food. I beseech thee, gentle reader, to think twice before revelling in such victory. Where will this madness end? Trade values measured in fruit to replace coins and gems? Perhaps someone will develop weapons of mass food destruction, allowing you to hurtle foodstuff at unwary victims. No, this cannot be allowed to happen. Pray to Zingland that he will free us from this vile threat. Paid for by the benevolent members of the Church of Zingland. We did see the carrot ship. It is an option. It's not an option here, but it is an option. There's the Zika laser. It's pretty good. There's also the lightning cannon, that's pretty good. The Zika laser, if you choose to upgrade it, we can't actually upgrade it all of the way. We'd only get to there. I'm actually going to stick with the pulse cannon for now, and upgrade it a few times to get it all the way to there. Now we have the rear heavy missiles, which we could just upgrade to ridiculous measures and have that many of them, but we're not going to. Shield generators, we're fine. Generators, we're fine. Left side kick, nothing really we want there. Right side kick, nothing really we want there. Still haven't found the weapon that I want to get, and we may never find it. We may never find it, but I hope we do, as we move on to another level. Unknown location. Saw blades. It's a bonus stage, just full of them, and ships that are carrots. We have no idea why they're here, but maybe it's ominous foreshadowing. Oh, of course it's not. It probably is. Just destroy everything that we encounter, including those ships that are made of carrots. We could have bought it when we had the chance. We didn't. Also, my shields are not doing that well. Mainly because I ran into that foe. There'll be another carrot ship soon. You have to be careful with that carrot ship. I don't think they actually fire at you. They just fly towards you. Also, my armor, not doing so well. Shields, not doing so badly. But the armor, oh my, the armor is doing poorly. I don't think I can destroy you. Or you. Or you. Or you, in fact. No, I can destroy you. Good. Just in time to get that carrot ship. Who was piloting it? Who knows? They're dead now. And we just want to get lots and lots of points and fruit. Pretty much the same thing, really. Also, lots of random rocks that we can destroy. I imagine the rocks would... also, we could destroy that one. Who knows why we could destroy that one, not the others, but either way, we could. And we will. And we'll get loads of points for doing so. Go, and we want some more explosions. That is how infrequently I let go of the fire button in these levels. I typically never do. Remember when I said that we'd hear this music a lot? It's a good piece of music, but we are hearing it a lot. I'd rather hear the asteroid dance music. We never hear that enough. Not enough for me, anyway. Any more carrot ships? More explosions, though. There's a carrot ship, and now it is gone. We have 70,000 credits. That's a lot of money. A lot of money indeed. Ooh! We now have a hot dog gun. Not sure I want a hot dog gun. That is not quite the change I wanted. Now we're firing food at people. We're also firing food backwards as well. Can we change where it's firing? No. Didn't mean to pick that up. We'll get an opportunity to change to other weapons later, I'm sure. Saw blades completed. Right, let's look at this weapon. It is the hot dog weapon. Don't really want the hot dog weapon. It has a nice icon, but it's a bit silly. It's also quite expensive as well, so we probably earned money by getting it. Nothing we can get there, or here. I forgot that the hot dog icon does that. Oh, I forgot. But you know what? Let's roll with it for now, shall we? Because it's pretty much the best weapon that we can get presently. Let us actually save here, just in case I change my mind. I probably won't just yet. But for now, let us go to Kamenis, the ice planet, and kill our foes with hot dog power! Haha! Are we not the hottest pilot in the whole sector? Ho-ho! And that's doubly puntastic because we're on an ice world. There are lots of things that we can shoot at here. Lots and lots of ice-based ships and ice-based obstacles. And these turrets. And a rear weapon power-up that we do not need. This is ridiculous. I think this was an addition added in Tyrian 2000, because I don't think the hot dog weapon was available. I could be mistaken though. The hot dog weapon could very well have been available. Also, you see that foe there? We'll be encountering that foe later. That's the boss. We'll destroy you. We might not get another opportunity to get the guided bombs, which is a shame, but I'm sure we'll upgrade to something different. Also, this level is going to have lots and lots of enemies that are going to attack from behind. Lots of them. This brief interlude was brought to you by copious amounts of hot dogs, apparently. An interlude of silly. And there's the boss again. This time, everything's going to get very cold, and we're going to get attacked from behind. It's kind of a good thing that we are firing exceptionally deadly hot dogs behind us. We don't want these enemies to hit us after all. This is a potentially very dangerous level. I think if I had my armaments that I had before I picked up the hot dog weapons, I'd probably be in some trouble. But with this, I am unstoppable! For some reason. Also, we're intercepting this again. Don't let it run into you. You'll take a lot of damage, and you really don't want that to happen. Goodbye. Ooh, I do not want that. That is the repulsor. Don't want that. I'd rather keep the ability to make things explode. It's a much better power-up. And we'll, oh, careful. Aha! Intercepting more enemy aircraft. They don't look much like aircraft to me. They sort of look like, automated attack drones that look like snowballs. But either way, they're foes and we need to best them. By shooting everyone. Also, we have 81,000 currency left over. It's a lot of money. Will we ever use it? Possibly. Speaking of that boss that we've been encountering, here it is. Take hot dog! Oh wait, we're not going to fight you just yet, but soon. Not yet either. I don't know how you managed to get all the way around the planet to appear at the top again. Now we're going to fight you. Now, this boss, as you can see there, can kill you by just running into you. Which is very unfortunate, because that means we need to do this level again. The first level I've had to repeat. But that's fine, because it's a pretty awesome level, and I think I've learned from that experience not to go into that corner. It's the first boss to take advantage of the fact that it's a very big target and will deal tons of damage to you. Also, we may get a different power-up offered to us, and if it's a better one, I might take it. That said, not much typically beats the ability to blow up lots of things around you with fire. It's a really good power-up. It's just a shame that we're currently armed with hot dogs. Sort of ruins the appearance of a deadly and daring fighter pilot when you're firing hot dogs at people. Hello again. Goodbye again, boss. We'll face you later. And we'll try our best not to get ourselves crammed into a corner. This might not happen. You can't save during the levels, so if you do happen to get destroyed, you have to do a whole level again. You can only save between levels. More explosions? We always need more explosions. Such is the game. More explosions, more things blowing up. It's needed. Hello again. It is now very cold. Fortunately, Trent has a nice and sealed off cockpit where the temperature is just nice. It is probably very pretty to look at, though. If Trent can see anything through the large amount of hot dogs that are being fired. I keep mentioning the hot dogs. They are kind of prevalent, firing everywhere at all angles, subjecting people to deadly food. Are they delicious? Who knows? They're deliciously deadly, that's for sure. Let's just get... Ooh, it's that one again. We don't actually want that one. It does confirm that there are different power-ups offered to you, though. That's nice to know. There is a super power-up. I probably am not going to get it, but there is a super one that requires you to go to a particular level and have particular things happen. There is a definite order to the things you need to do. It's definitely worth having, though. It's one of the best weapons, period, in the game. I have not found my favourite weapon yet. Some people would think that the Zika cannon is my favourite weapon. No. There's one, but I think is better. Okay, round 2. The one thing that makes this okay is that this level is not very long. None of the levels are especially long. Right, you're going to go this way. Now you go into this corner and up. I'm going to remember that by starting off here and letting you go into that corner, like so. And you're going to go there, and I'm going to go round, shoot some more. Oh, that's a lot of firepower. It's getting very cold. Need to watch out. Let you go over there. Excellent. Now we'll just fire at you. Look at how much damage you take, and now you're gone. Level complete. Marvellous, we got no cubes. Now, we don't know where we're going. Do we have an upgrade that we can have with our ship? The answer is no. Front weapons. This is what I want. The laser. First, let us get rid of the rear weapon and replace it with something else, like for instance the Vulcan cannon. We'll have the Vulcan cannon. It deals a massive amount of damage. Front gun? We're not having the lightning cannon, we're having the laser. You think, oh, that's nothing, it's a tiny laser. Then it gets bigger. And then it gets bigger. And then it gets even bigger. Oh, you think it can't get larger? Oh, trust me, it can get ridiculous. That is what we're having. We've gone from hot dogs to absurd amounts of lasers. Also, I wouldn't mind having something different here, but we don't have the option of something different. We might not ever get the chance to regain those micro-guided bombs. So we'll stick with the Vulcan cannon for now. We could have the Starburst. The Starburst might actually be nice. But it's sideways firing rather than front firing. We're going to stick with the Vulcan cannon, I think. We can easily switch it out later. And so, when we come back, folks, I have my favourite front-firing weapon. If only I hadn't picked up the hot dog weapon, then I would have had one of my favourite rear-firing weapons as well. But you make do with what you have. And I bet Trent found those hot dogs tasty, if nobody else. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.